What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another great week, man. I am totally pumped for this week. I've got a good bit of energy and lots to talk about today. We've got a great show for you today. We've got a couple of topics to talk about, and we've got a gig to go over. So welcome in. Welcome to another week. It is officially bourbon season. Can I get some confetti to the face for that? Can I get some confetti to the face? It's bourbon season, baby. Now, during the heat, I like to sip on some tequila and, sometimes here and there, not all the time. I'm not a heavy drinker, anything like that. I don't drink at gigs, things like that. However, when it gets a little bit colder and it gets into that fall winter, I like to have me a little bourbon, a little cigar, things like that to kind of chill and kick back. Now, it's not all the time, just every so often, but that's some of the stuff that I like to do. So it is officially bourbon season. I cannot wait. I might even pop the cork tonight, get things started. But what's up, guys? What's going on? So, lots to talk about and stuff, man. Lots to talk about. Oh, man. Where do I start? So many places I can start. Let's start by welcoming you guys in. Now, I see we got some people and stuff in the chat, and we got some people in the room. Thank you guys for watching. If you could, just do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button, because the content has just been rolling, guys. I hope you guys were enjoying the content that I put out last week, and I was able to get that mix out on Sunday, and it's crazy that mix is doing pretty well, which is unusual. That was just kind of a test, and I had to jump through a lot of hoops to get that mix up, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's say what's up to you guys. We've got Freddie After Dark. What's good? Welcome into the building. Kevin Sounds, another week. Appreciate you. DJ Romeo Great. What's good? DJ KP. What is happening? What is good? Let's see here. Freddie After Dark again. Hey, man, question: how much should a DJ charge if they join a DJ company to book you for weddings, corporate events, kind of like SCE in New Jersey here in LA? They are super cheap. They are super cheapskates. They pay about 124. Oh, keep that topic for our Q&A at the end, Freddie. We'll talk about that. Definitely hold on to that question. I want to answer that question. I definitely will. Save that for the end when we do Q&A. I'll definitely get that over to you. DJ Eric, what's good from Canada? What is happening? Yeah, G Kenny, what's good? What's in the welcome in to the building. Wickman, what is good? Wickman 2A in the building. What's happening? All my usual suspects here. Aaron the DJ, what's good? Glad you were able to make it this week, my guy. Appreciate that. Daniel Rodriguez, what's happening? Man? Look at all y'all, man. DJ Breeze, what's happening? Oh, you chilling on the couch, huh? Well, kick back, because we got a good amount of stuff to talk about. Once again, if you guys could just hit that like button for me, that would be fantastic. I've got a poll up in the chat on how long events last in your area. Do me a favor and just vote just based on your area. Let me know and stuff. How long do events last in your area? Okay, let's go ahead and get right to it. So we had an event this past weekend. Now, before I even get to what happened at the event, let's rewind 2 days before that. As you know, the Southeast was hit with a hurricane. Kind of like the outskirts of it. We were not hit head on. However, on what's that? Friday morning, I'm still in bed, literally. I get woken up to like a pop, like a big pop, but it's in the distance. And apparently it was a generator. Everything goes down. I guess I fell asleep with the TV on. TV shuts off. Everything just goes down. I completely lose power all day on Friday. And not just me. It's like, I believe it was like everybody within a 40-mile radius south of me lost power as well. Not everybody. It was kind of spotty. It was a little crazy because my mom lives like 5 minutes down the road from me. My brother lives like 7 minutes down the road from me. Both of them had power, but my little area did not. Come to find out, a tree had fallen, hit the power lines, knocked everything down. Everything's out. So I had to use my Jackery battery to run my fan because my house heated up. My house was like an oven, and the sun was the heat inside the oven. And all of a sudden it just started turning up and stuff while I'm sitting in here. And it's crazy because I have nothing. I actually have a battery power backup on here, and I got to use it to be able to do a little bit of work that I needed to do. However, it only lasted me about 2 hours, and then it was like done. There's nothing else we could do. We're out. So, no power. Charged everything the day prior, but I didn't anticipate that the power would be out. I just so happened to charge the stuff that I needed to charge. So I called the young lady for the event the next day. She tells me that the venue doesn't have any power, and that they were going to try to have a backup generator out there for me. So already I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm not even there, and I'm over it. So the next morning, I get up, I get a message from the power company saying that my power was restored, but I'm like, there's no power. What are you talking about? And then all of a sudden, everything comes on. Everything comes on. And so it's like, okay, cool. But does the venue have power? So I waited till about an hour and a half before I was about to leave. Called, asked if the venue had power. They said yes. I was like, thank God. So that brings us to this day right here. Sorry, Kevin, let me take this down. That brings us to that day right there. Here is the venue here. Now, we were out at Buck Ridge Plantation. I hate these places that say plantation at the end. Like, why I got to go to a place that say plantation? Why can't it just be Buck Ridge, the Buck Ridge house? Not Buck Ridge Plantation. Jesus. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so I've got, all my stuff there. I get to load in now. Let me move myself out of the way because this little area that is over here, that's not where the reception and everything was. That is just where the cocktail hour was going to be. This is actually pretty much, this house here is pretty much where everybody was going to change their clothes at, and the women get ready. The dance area was in the back of the house, and this is what they had set up here. And it wasn't bad at all. I actually liked the customized floor that they had. I knew immediately that this was going to get extremely dirty because drinks and everything were going to be spilled on that. So I knew immediately that this was going to be bad, but I didn't think that the gig was going to be great. So now I was over at this area by the house, but if I go back to the venue picture here, way over here, like way over there, was the area for the ceremony. And the ceremony was not close by any means. So here's a look at the ceremony here. So I was already dreading that I was going to have to carry all the ceremony equipment down to this area. Now this area is on a downhill. So it was like, you had to come down this walkway and these stairs that you see the photographer on right there, and everything was sloped down. And you can see my ceremony setup here. Let me get myself out of the way again. You can see my ceremony setup and everything here. Loved it, tested it. Everything was great. I got the Everse 8 up there. The photographer has got the out going to it so he can record the ceremony. And what happens? Everybody gets here. As you can see, everybody's down there. And then all of a sudden, while the officiant is talking, all I can hear is this right here. This is exactly how it sounded on the microphone. So, ladies and gentlemen, we come together here, and I don't know. I'm sorry if that was loud on your TV. I'm sorry if that was loud through your speakers. That's what it sounded like in real life. It literally sounded clear. Then it sounded like it was in a tunnel. And then it sounded like it was just nothing but static. And this lady that's in this back row, right behind or right in front of me, she turns around and the guy next to her turns around. They just look at me like they gave me this evil stare. This stare like, what are you doing? And it was tough, man. I tried everything that I can do without going up there and changing settings on there. Basically, when I talked to DJ Mike, who, I always ask him when it comes to audio questions because I don't know anything about this. I thought that this was a, foolproof system right here. No problem. We came to the conclusion that it may have been all the different cell services that were right in that area at the same time, because when I was there by myself and did a sound check, I didn't have any of that. I didn't have any of that whatsoever. No problem. It sounded crystal clear. It was loud, everything. And as soon as everybody got there, it almost like it didn't jam the signal, but it just deferred the signal. And so it was very staticky. I honestly couldn't do anything in that time. Thank goodness the efficient spoke loud. He just kept going because one of the things I tell the efficient is if you hear it having problems back there, you just keep going. I'll make adjustments in the back, and he did. But the groom did not speak up. So it was dead when he was talking. The bride also was soft spoken, so it was kind of dead when she was talking as well. But we definitely heard the efficient, and they were still happy with it, and I was still like good with it. I have to give a big shout out to the staff at Buck Ridge, because not only did my man come and pick me up with a golf cart and take me with my equipment back down to my trailer so I can drop the ceremony setup off. He drove me back and forth from the place as many times as I need to go. He had no problems with that. So big kudos to the Buck Ridge Plantation staff for really helping me out and putting me on and stuff, man, because it was crazy. So I'm going to have to tweak this ceremony setup here if something happens tomorrow. I'm in a very similar setup tomorrow. I have a wedding tomorrow and a wedding Sunday, which is very odd. I'm off on a Saturday, but I have a Friday, Sunday, which is nuts, but it's October, so it is what it is. Let's show you guys a setup here. So this was what they had set up, and this is my setup. Now, I really like this idea right over here. Let's see if I can point this idea right here. I really like this idea. This is a wall of pictures of them and then their names right on the top there. And that's how they did the photo booth. They literally made this photo booth. The only thing that I would have probably done different with this is put this in a different area. Like, it didn't bother me, but you see how close it is to me? The dance floor is far off, but you're right over here by the music. You can't hear anything because I got it loud, because I've got to shoot it and stuff out to the dance floor. So that's the only thing that I probably would have done different, is I would have moved this away. Now, this setup right here is not what I'm using tomorrow. I will be using the T-stand tomorrow, but I will be using this on Sunday. And I also just recently am going to add to this setup, and we're going to talk about that here in just a second. I got some stuff coming in, new equipment. But let me show you a little bit closer of that photo booth wall. I did take a picture of it so you guys can see what it looks like here. So like I said, it's just pictures of them, and I thought it was a great idea. None of them were duplicates, which is pretty cool. I thoroughly enjoyed the creativity of that. And then, of course, they had their last names up there, which I thought was cool. So back to this setup thing here. So to my setup, I am going to add 2 more wash movers to this setup. I am, and I'm going to put them on gravity stands as well. I've already got them coming in, and the whole setup there, but I'm just trying to figure out how I want to set it up. And now looking at this picture right here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the two that I have right there, lower them down a little bit, and take the other two and raise them up. So it's like a slant down, even going to my speakers, and put the two larger ones in the middle. So if I move myself here and show you, so right here, let me turn like this. So right here, we're going to put two more. It's hard to do this on camera. Right here, we're going to put two more lights, and we're going to raise it up higher. And then these two lights over here, we're going to bring these down. And so now you're going to have a slant of 4 lights, and then the speakers is going to be the next level down. So it's almost like a pyramid going behind me. And I think that's going to be the setup. I really think that setup is going to add to what I already have. And a couple of things that I have coming in. One of the things that I got is the case for all 4. So as you can see here, I have been working on the lights. I've got a mover already out, and I've got a mover in the box. And then of course you can see that I can do 3 more movers here. Well, 2 more, because I got one on the table. But the original box I had custom made. That's the box that's right here. That's a custom made box by the same gentleman who made my T-stand box. And I got this box here off of eBay, and it was for a great price. It's all black. It's that silicone type, skin on it. It's already got the latches and everything on it. Plus, the difference in these 2 boxes for me that I like is that I can put the light upside down in instead of sideways with this box right here. So I think it's going to be a big change. Plus, you've got this gap that's right over here beside the light that I can put all my wires and everything in. There was no spot for that in the original casing. So I cannot wait to display that. The lights come in tomorrow. There was a back order, just in case anybody's looking for gravity stands. There is a back order on gravity stands, whether it be white or black. I checked 4 different retailers, and then my 5th one was Amazon, and all of them have back orders on gravity stands. So just in case you're in the market for gravity stands, you may have to get on a waiting list. I ended up getting mine from Planet DJ, and I just got a notification today. I bought them last weekend. I just got a notification today that my order went through, but they still haven't shipped them. So I have no idea when I'm going to get those, but it is the pole and the plates. And hopefully that will be a great setup, and I'll be able to show you guys that in the future. So I thought that was pretty cool. All in all, it was a great event. Let me show you guys some clips of it so you can see. Here's some clips of it here. This is everybody on the dance floor. It looks like everybody's going to start supplying their own glow sticks and stuff now. I never have to bring glow sticks. They're always provided every single time. And I probably will be making a gig log out of this, to be totally honest with you. Because, I mean, we had some great moments. Here's another image. We had some great moments with these. You got bride and groom up and down. Great stuff. Can't wait to see the photos of these. And then I got their exit with the cold sparks there. I know that's going to be a great scene. 4 cold sparks right there at the end. I thought that was pretty cool as well. So yeah, that was it, man. What a great event that was. It was a little bit outside, so I had my bug spray, got rid of those flies and gnats and all that crap. So thank goodness. Thank goodness. So those guys had a great time. So did I. It was a long night. That was an hour-long drive back, even after she had us there until 11. So we didn't do the exit until 11. It took me about an hour to take down. Took me about an hour to get home. That's 1 o'clock. So you guys already know I was dying. But kudos to her for using her time wisely. She already knew she wanted to have a party So in order to do so, she had to provide me with enough time to give her a party. And that's exactly what she did by moving us to 11. That's why that question is in the poll tonight, because that was 6 hours instead of the normal 5 hours that I typically get. So these ones this weekend are 5 hours. One of them's 4.5, but the other one's 5 hours. I'll let you know how those go. I told you, if they don't pick the right timing, they don't give Book enough time to cook. You feel me? All right, you guys ready? Everybody ready and stuff for topics? Oh, I thought, man, we had a lot of people drop on here. Oh, goodness. Well, for you guys to staying in here, I guess you get to get the information today. Or if you're watching this on replay, let's give you some good information. That's why you're here, right? All right. So one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is the current strike. Now, I didn't think that this affected us in any way. I didn't think that, DJs will be affected by this at any time. But then I was told by multiple people that this is a huge issue for us. And the reason it's a huge issue for us is because if they close ports, and if you don't already know, the people who control the port right now on the East Coast are currently striking because they want their wages increased by like $5 an hour or something like that. And right now they're on strike. They're like, we're not receiving any goods. Any goods you get, they'll just sit right here. Nobody will come get them. Nobody's moving. Nobody's working. And basically what that means is that goods that come from other countries cannot come in. And I was like, well, how does that affect a DJ? How can I bring that into the DJ world? Well, all these warehouses that stock stuff, all these warehouses that stuff comes in from other countries that we use. Like I told you, a lot of companies like ADJ, Chauvet, both, all those guys, those lights come from foreign places. And then the company who sells them, they purchase them for a cheaper price. They get it over here, slap their sticker on it, and they sell it for double the price or more, just more than that. If we can't get in those, there will be a short stockage of certain things. If not just lighting, if stuff like your board or stuff like your facade or stuff like your mixers, anything like that's made in another country, all that stuff can receive a shortage because we are not receiving goods in from out of the country at this current moment. Now, will they resolve it in time? Who knows? Guess what else is coming up? And it's very convenient. Two things. One, you got an election coming up. The fact that we have another issue when an election is here, it always baffles me how we have a crazy issue when election is here, when certain people, I'm not even going to get into politics, but last time we had an election, COVID hit. Now we got a port issue. I'm just saying, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, all that stuff. I'm just saying it's election year. Also, guess what else is coming up? Christmas. This could affect Christmas. If you are looking to purchase certain stuff, there can be a shortage of goods for Christmas if this continues. This is a huge deal because this can also affect normal everyday stuff, toilet tissue, cleaning supplies, gas. I don't know if in your area it's crazy, but gas has been very scarce here. People are getting gas like they're about to move across country, and they are limiting people to one tank. And they're also saying that you cannot fill up a gas tank and your tank. You only can fill up just your one tank. You got to move on. There's 2 or 3 gas stations just in my area that you cannot get gas from right now. And when you go to the grocery store, there's a shortage in meat. There's a shortage in bread. There's a shortage in totally. I don't have to tell you guys this. It's like COVID all over again, where there was a shortage of all that stuff. People are literally losing their minds. They really are. It's crazy. It's sad. I'm not about to go out and get none of this stuff. I did my due diligence. I make sure that I have a decent amount of stuff here so that when problems like this arise, I just pace myself. Not to say I pace myself using the bathroom. I just, you know what I mean? I pace myself. I definitely just pace myself with that. So, like I said, be mindful of stuff like this. Be cautious of stuff like this. Watch stuff like this, only because the moment you don't think that it affects you is the moment that it starts affecting you. And stuff like this is a huge deal. I didn't realize it at all. I thought that, oh, well, you know, come on, man. It's just ports. We got plenty of warehouses and stuff here. Guess what? Warehouses, they run out of stuff. You know, you got everybody in the country able to access a warehouse or get goods from a warehouse. Not just you, not just your area, not just your state. Everybody accesses it. So with the shortage of goods and items, you know, certain things can be affected. Just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout is all I say. All right. That's just one topic. You guys with me? I just wanted to put you guys in the news because I'm trying to put current events and stuff in here as well sometimes. All right, let's get a little bit more DJ related. All right, next thing I want to talk about here. Let's talk about music. So I was able to bring certain songs back and play certain songs. So I want to tell you about 3 songs on here that have been going over well. Okay. One is this one right here. This Don't You by Pussycat Dolls. You know, back in 2000, it was a big hit, all that stuff. Then it died down. But women, if you're not playing this song, just picture this. Women love to sing this song. If you can get a version of this song that plays the chorus first, you don't have to play this song as long. But play this song and watch women lose their mind. They sing it to their man. They sing it to other girls. You can get reels off of this. It's like, it's crazy. Now, most people probably are already playing this. If you're not, add it to your crates. Use it this weekend. Trust me, you'll thank me later. This song right here has definitely made a comeback. It was on my must play the last 2 weeks and it went over like crazy. I mean, people, as soon as they heard that doom, 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 and it hits great on your bass. Oh man, they went crazy. They went crazy. It's an absolute banger. Put this on your list if you're not already playing it. Another one that I wanted to bring to your attention, and I'm sorry I don't have a better picture of this. This is the only one that had the title on here, but it's Katy Perry's new song. It's called I'm His, He's Mine. And it is let me get myself out of the way here because I hate when I'm in front of these things. There we go. I'm His, He's Mine. Now, I don't too much care for what she's saying and stuff in the song. I don't know if it's controversial and stuff in the song. What I will tell you is that it is a remaster of 2 songs that I know that have that same beat. You've got one that is the Gypsy Woman, She's Homeless. That la da dee la da da la da dee la da da. Okay, so you can play this Katy Perry song, and if it goes over well for you, you could turn around and play that. That is also the same beat for T.I.'s Why You Wanna. So dun, 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 dun. That's the same thing. So you can actually play those 3 songs all in that same realm if you wanted to. But this song right here has the same exact beat, same feel to it, and it's a good song. It definitely is a good song, especially since we haven't heard from Katy Perry in quite some time. Definitely add this and test it out. If it doesn't work in your area, It's all good, but I think it'll get better response than you think, especially if you play great songs around it. If you could surround it with great songs, it would be great. Like, especially if you can play Gypsy Woman first, and then this, and then maybe on the back end, if people not feeling it, you could throw in that T.I. I think you would get probably decent response. That's where I got it at. That's where I used it. I used Gypsy Woman first, Katy Perry, then T.I., and it went over well. It definitely did. I didn't have to shorten it or anything like that. So I only played a verse of it. You can also play older Katy Perry right now too, especially Dark Horse. Dark Horse has made a full circle back again. People know it. People will sing it. It's got hella bass. Definitely play that and this. I'm so tired of hearing Fireworks. Like, oh God, I can't take Fireworks. Go back to Katy Perry where she's like, you could do California Girls. If you're able to play TikTok somewhere, then you could play California Girls. But I'm talking about like, I Kissed a Girl, like going back to that. That's a hit too. Playing I Kissed a Girl, Dark Horse, and then trying to drop something like this. I think that would be fire in a lot of your wedding sets. It wouldn't, especially if you're an open format DJ. And the last one that I have for you here is not a fan favorite, but look, too many requests for it. Literally. Now you've got the other girl that's out, Sabrina Carpenter, that's out with Espresso. I particularly like Espresso better. However, they are calling this song the new YMCA. I don't see it. I've listened to it. I've tried to groove to it. There's no if about it. She definitely requested it tomorrow. This will be week 4 in a row that I have had this song as a request. Now, I found a different version of it because I was just playing the original one before. I found a different version of it on DMS that sounded like maybe I can get with it and maybe I can put some stuff around it. I do not like this song. I don't, but it is a popular song. It is very popular. So if you have not downloaded Chappelle Ronan, Hot to Go, or you do not have that in your playlist, or if you're playing it, kudos to you. And if you're not, you need to have it in your playlist. It's unfortunate, not unfortunate. Let me stop, because artists are artists. Everybody is an artist in a different way. This is what's hot right now. These things are what's hot right now, especially last weekend when I saw it literally take over a dance floor. I literally witnessed it take over a dance floor. And I didn't think it was out like that. I didn't think it was pushed well. I had barely heard of this girl. But apparently she has multiple songs out. But this one is the one that hits the hardest right here. Not on your system, hits the crowd the hardest. So definitely have Chappelle Rowan Hot to Go in your listing. Now, I told you that I have a mix and stuff out right now on YouTube. This is just the Twitch mix that I did the R&B set on. And I found a way to be able to put it on YouTube by jumping through many, many, many hurdles. And I don't know how long it's going to be visible for. But if you go to my channel, which you're probably currently on, you can find this mix. If you follow me, it should be, you already should have gotten an advertisement for it. But I'm getting great responses and stuff from this. And it's in 2 days. No, what's today? I put it out on Sunday, so this is day 4. In 4 days, it's got about 2,000 views, which I'm pretty surprised at. This thing is 2 hours long, and it got pretty good reviews on it. So I would definitely take a listen to it. A lot of people said that they listen to it while they're at work, which is interesting. But if this goes over like I think it will go over and this becomes like a thing, I may make more of these. Because that Twitch stream allows me to be able to put it on Mixcloud, which I currently have it on Mixcloud. It allows me to put a video out on Twitch, and it allows me to repurpose it and put it on YouTube, even though YouTube is an absolute hassle to put it on. It's not monetized, so you should be able to listen to the whole mix all the way through. So you guys definitely check that out if you haven't had a chance. It is currently on the channel. So that's all I had to talk about today. Hope you guys got some good info from that. And with the remaining time that we have, I will take any of your questions and look over the chat here in just a second. Before I get started with the chat, just make sure you put hashtag ask so I can know that you're asking a question, and I will definitely get it on here. News for next week. Next week, I probably will not have a show. I have a function that I have to go to on Thursday, and I probably will not have a show, but we will be back the following week. I mean, you'll get a notification if I do end up having it, but next week I probably will not have a show, but we'll be back the following week after that. So definitely follow me and stuff on Instagram, only because these 2 weddings that I have come out may be your only content, because I don't have time to really edit anything right now. Instagram may be your only content source for all things DJ JayBook for this weekend and maybe even into next week. But I'm going to try to get you guys as much updated information as I possibly can. So I just wanted to give you guys that. Now, let's take a look at the chat. See what you guys are talking about here. Hold on one second. First time you watch the show, Fresh Family DJs. First time you watch the show, but it's really good. Hey, I appreciate it. Look, I take a lot of time out to do this thing. I'm not flamboyant. I don't make, crazy things. I just try to put some good DJ information out there. That's one thing I love about the Sennheiser. You can remote connect them via the app. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, sorry that happened. Technical glitches, they always suck. That's right. What's up, guys? DJ I Am Chase, what's good? DJ Drizzy Dre, what's good? Nice line of sight to the altar. That could be an option. Maybe my placement was bad. I am going to for tomorrow. It's going to be a similar situation. It's not going to be a downhill. It's just going to be flat area. But I think what I'm going to do is move off to the side and see if I can get a direct line to the officiant and the groom, because both want to be mic'd. And I'm going to see if that works. Hopefully it does. Thanks for the heads up, though. See, now this outdoor wedding done right, if it has to be outdoor right. Get the touring gravity stands, the ratcheting lock. Oh, I saw that one. I still like the turn knob. One. I like to keep all my stuff the exact same. That's why I think you guys are really, really going to like how this thing sets up when I get 4 of them. Tomorrow I will officially have 4 of them. Oh, Gary Petrick. Wait a minute. Petrick. I think. He said the strike is over. That's interesting, because I was told again earlier today, that they were still striking. But if the strike's over, hey, that's nothing but good news. These people were panicking for no freaking reason. Aaron the DJ, yeah, I know, man. I appreciate that. Is Solstice in here? Probably not tonight. Knowing Solstice, he probably has a gig. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad you asked Freddie After Dark. Okay. So your question earlier, how much a DJ company should pay us DJs for gigs here in LA? Now that's an interesting question because I don't know how much guys over there get. I have no idea. I would say that as a wedding DJ, you should be making close to, if not more than, 250 to 275 per hour of the event. And let me make sure my math is right here, because if you do, let's say you do a 5-hour event, you know, that's $1,375. That's still cheap in your area. That's cheap. So maybe even $350. Let's try that. That's, man, somewhere around that, $350, $375. How about that? That was probably a good number. Now, if they're taking 50% off of you, then, it definitely matters what percentage you have to give over and how much equipment you're supplying. If you're supplying all your own equipment, even the add-ons that they offer, most companies take 40 to 50%. You have to realize that if you're going to go in there, you're with the company in order to get exposure, not to really get your full payment, to be totally honest with you. Some companies do better than others. Some people take 50%. Some people take 30%. Like it just matters who you're with in your area. But I definitely think events out in LA should be crazy. You should be getting a good bit of money, a healthy sum. Kevin Sounds, the furthest you've traveled for a gig. I've gone as far as Virginia to do my cousin's event, and I've traveled as far down as... No, I went Tennessee. I don't know which one's further, Tennessee or Virginia, because I had to go to Pigeon Forge in Tennessee, but the other one was the other side of Georgia. I was in some city in Georgia. I don't think that was the first. So probably Tennessee. Tennessee might be the furthest. Either that or Virginia, whichever one's further. Both great gigs. DJ Breeze, do you use the Bluetooth wireless plug? They're real cool. Bluetooth wireless plugs. I'm not sure what you're asking. For what system? Let me know what system you're talking about. Wickman 2A. Did you get the pics you sent? Wait a minute. Did you get the pics I sent to your DM with the Danny Max booth setting up? No, I'll have to go take a look at that. I'll look at that here in just a few. I'll take a look. DJ V squared just happened. Okay. Favorite hip hop producers? Well, I mean, mine are old school. You got Neptunes, you got I love Neptune stuff. Kanye, you've got, let's see, producers. Just Blaze, you got Premier, you got Mike Will, you got what's my man name that did the Kendrick Lamar? They Not Like Us beat? I can't remember his name, but yeah, him too. That's just off the top of my head. I finally experienced a momzilla. How do you deal with that? Bro, you got to grit your teeth. You have got to grit your teeth. These moms are getting tough. Look, just realize that you're only dealing with mom for a few hours. As long as you're giving a couple what they want, that's all that matters. Mom's going to be a momzilla. You only got to deal with her a little bit. Give her what she wants, unless it's something outrageous that the bride and groom have already told you no on. Other than that, give her what she wants. She's probably the one. It's probably if it's the mom of the bride, she's probably the one paying you. That side of the family's probably the one paying you, so they feel a little bit more entitled. So you have to just kind of go with the grain. Just remember, it's only a few hours. So give her what she wants. It's sad because if you bark back, that's automatically going to be a bad review. Because your couple will give you a great review if they hadn't heard about it, but then mom would be like, I wouldn't give him a good review. Matter of fact, I'm going to give him back, and you don't want that. So just give her what she asked for. No, that's your own gigs. I'm talking about joining a DJ. No, wait a minute. That's our own gigs. I'm talking about joining a DJ company. Yeah, like a DJ company, again, you shouldn't be paid $125 an hour. That ain't gonna cut it. Because $125 an hour is not a lot in your area. I mean, you did say LA. Unless that's Louisiana, LA, you should be making a good sum of money. So I would, again, I still think a company should be charging for a wedding out there. They should be charging in the $1,500, $1,700 and up. I'm probably lowballing it. I mean, I'm sure people like Solstice and Cleveland Terry could probably tell you that I'm probably lowballing the hell out of that. So companies should be charging a good bit, and then you should be making, thousands of dollars, hopefully, if you're with a company, because they're going to take a percentage. So I don't know if I'm maybe just answering that wrong. But let me know if I am. I'll try again if I need to. Multi-op isn't paying bare minimum $1,000 for a day. Granted, you use your own equipment, then you're truly getting ripped off. I mean, just like what he said right here. This is exactly what I was trying to explain. Companies here over $50 if they provide equipment. Others $375 for your equipment. I make them agree to none less than $500. Yeah, these guys are telling you to make your speakers wireless. Now, I use the Everse is battery powered, and then I also use a Jackery to power my ceremony setup so that I can be totally wireless. The only connection I have to have is, of course, my lapels, which is the Audio-Technica lapels, which are hooked into a little mixer inside the drawer and then run up to the speaker. But I don't make them Bluetooth. That Everse 8 it comes as a battery powered speaker, and then Bluetooth can be ran through the speaker because I use my iPad to be able to run music sometimes. But I was just a PA system this time. Kevin Sounds, I'm sure you probably mentioned this in previous shows, but what car are you using to haul equipment? Well, I use a 2015 Toyota Tundra, and I pull a trailer. I just suck it up, pull a trailer. I used to use U-Haul trucks. If you go back to previous videos, you see that I use a U-Haul truck. But then it was just getting too pricey to pay for miles and gas and day rentals, because sometimes I need it for 3 days. And, that's $20 a day. That's $60 before you get the gas and mileage. So now I'm good. Oh, yeah, mustard. That's it. I should have known that. Mustard on the beat. Oh, yeah. That's my other guy. See, now, Eric, you got to be careful when you do this. When you tell people that, hey, it's your kid's day, you know what I'm saying? Again, we're talking about entitlement here. You can't speak to entitlement like that. When you speak to entitlement, it's almost like they live in their own world. Entitled people live in their own world where words are misconstrued. And I mean, it's almost like talking to somebody in text where there's no emotion, but they literally feel emotion in text. So talking to them, they feel emotion in your voice, even though there's no emotion. So when you say that, it's almost like offensive. It's almost like offensive, even though you're right. You're absolutely right. It's your kid's day. You should leave me alone. But that's not what happens. They feel offended by that. So just be careful. All right, DJ Breeze, how is anyone other than the bride and groom entitled to leave a review if it's negative? Because they have access to you. You got to think of yourself like a restaurant, and a bride and groom is having their rehearsal dinner there. Even though you're a restaurant and the bride and groom are having their stuff there, if the parents or anybody else didn't have a good time, they can leave a review. That is, you are leaving yourself out there. You are definitely leaving yourself out there, especially if if they found you, because all she has to do is ask how they found you. And then they'll just search on Google, and then they'll search on whatever forums the couple says. And the kids sometimes try to talk them out of it, and sometimes the kids don't even know why they're asking. And those people find you, and they will ask Aaron Strawn. Aaron Strawn he's got stories. Moms, he's had one mom that just multiple. And then the dad got involved, just multiple bad reviews. Multiple ones because he didn't do something they wanted him to do. Very entitled. But yeah, they do that all the time. Yeah, that is not off limits. All right. What size jackery do you use for your ceremony? So, oh man, what? I had to look that up real quick. Hold on. Let me see what size jackery I used. I can tell you right now. It's not the large size one. It's not the one that I keep seeing people saying they're running their whole systems off of, which I think that's bullshit. People saying they're running their whole system off and they don't ever have to use an outlet. And even when they run it on high, it gives them 3 to 4 hours from the jackery for their whole setup. Lights, for like movers and your mixer, your everything. And I'm like, y'all so full of it. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Let's see. I think I bought that thing last year, so let's do that. Apply, and then let's do jackery. So is it not going to show me, or am I going to have to look through these? Oh, this one right here. I purchased it in 2022. I have the portable power station jackery 300 293 backup lithium battery. It was it says it's $200 right now. But yeah, I got the portable power station Explorer 300. You probably can't see that. Right there. That's the one I use. Matter of fact, let's see if I can blow myself up. I don't even know if that helps. There you go. That does my whole ceremony right there. Good question. All right, what else we got here? Look at Spin Griffey. Spin Griffey in the house. I keep hearing your name and stuff all over the stuff that I put out. So, what's good, Spin Griffey? Let's see. When you say how long do events last, you mean from beginning to end or just the reception part? I'm talking about from the moment you start playing your first song to the last song, not your setup time. I'm talking about the moment you start playing your first song and to the last song. Don't forget that you guys hit that poll and stuff in the chat. And let me know. Right now, 3 to 5 hours is winning. They have 53% of the votes. So vote in the chat. Let me know how long your events last in your area. Derek Rose. Hey, bro, I've been looking into Maestro DMX. What are your thoughts? I've never laid hands on that. Never laid hands on that. I'm not sure at all. The only 2 DMX programs or companies that I have seen and dealt with, actually I did return to Chavez. I don't know if I would count them because I did return them. But Sound Switch, which DJ Mike can tell you that Sound Switch it's fairly easy for him to set up, fairly easy to do DMX through it, and ADJ products like the Airstream DMX. The Airstream DMX bridge, the My DMX Go, and now of course currently I'm using the Wolf Mix, which I have been meddling with, and I finally figured out presets, and we off to the races. Let's just say that. that's one. Let's just say me messing with the Wolf Mix has allowed me to be able. That's what pushed me to get those other two lights. Me messing with the Wolf Mix, it immediately came to me. All right, let's see what we got here. Sadly, they always say it, and it's true. Do a great job, they likely leave a review. Do a terrible job, and then make sure they live it right. Bro, I can't and have done full shows on battery. Wow. You know, Aaron, it's just tough for me to see that, man. It's tough. I would never rely on that thing to be my core sense of power. I just feel like an outlet, you can't get better power than an outlet, especially one that has 120 volts coming from it, which I absolutely love. Daniel Rodriguez, what software are you using for your photo booth? Darkroom. I'm using Darkroom for the photo booth. Now, if you're talking about the photo booth that was on what I showed you guys an image, they had their own stuff for that. I didn't set that up. That wasn't a part of me. That was their makeshift setup. They put that together. They ran an iPad. They had, I think the iPad took the picture too, because I don't remember seeing a phone. But they had a light ring, an iPad that was stuck to it, and I think that's it. I think that's what took the picture. Watching from London, UK. Really loving your show so far. Appreciate that, Fresh Family. I hope you'll come back the next time, my man. Let's see. DJ Lazy Kid. Unfortunately, they can leave a bad review. True. Spin Griffey. Oh, okay. I usually just do reception, so it's about 4 hours. All right. Stevie Ray, what's good, man? Better late than never. Appreciate you coming through, bro. Hey, you guys make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button and stuff for me, man. Let's get this thing to at least 25 thumbs up or likes before we get out of here this evening. Let's see if we can get that up to 25 likes if you're liking the content, everything that's happening. All right, Wickman 2A. Wolf Mix is phenomenal. Yes, it is. Already got 2 of my boys looking into getting one now based on what's been done with mine. One of my boys is borrowing my Wolf Mix and using it at a gig in Charlotte right now. Telling you, that Wolf Mix has so many options, and I'm just scratching the surface of it. But those, Wickman, if you're talking about like those presets and stuff, like I love the live edits, don't get me wrong, but those presets and that thing running through the presets, and now I know how to load them and activate them. Man, could you imagine when I've done uplights around the room and I've got 4 movers? That is going to look sick. To me, that is going to be premium. To me, nobody in my area right now is running 4 movers. I know that for a fact. That's another reason why I want that. Stand out. Always standing out. Does the Wolf Mix sync up with Serato like Sound Switch? No, it doesn't, but it does sync with BPMs. It does not sync up with Serato, but it does sync with BPMs. And it does a pretty good job of it, I must say. So it does have that option. Freddie After Dark, good looking out, brother. Out going home after work. I'm out going home oh, okay. You're out and about. You're going home after work. Gotcha. Be safe on your trip home, bro. I might look into the Wolf Mix. I just got the Chave command set up with the. Did he just say gig bar? Is that what that says right there? He just say gig bar? Spin Griffey, you know that is a absolute no here. We don't talk about the gig bar. I'm totally joking. I love to give people a hard time when they say that they got the gig bar. Nah, man, if you look, whatever works for you, whatever you can make happen, more power to you, bro. Especially with the fact that you're using the Chave DMX setup. I have I've used Chave in the past, tried to get them to work. I'm just not a fan of it. I've always tried to use the ADJ stuff, and it has been great, but I have not had anything like this Wolf Mix. And I will say that if you don't know a lot about DMXing, but you can learn it and then process what the Wolf Mix can do, it's nuts. You got to know a little bit about DMXing to be able to work it, but it's fantastic, bro. I love it. I love it. Let's see. Fresh Family DJs. What is your worst DJ experience, and what's the luckiest time you? Wait a minute. What's the luckiest time you saved a booking? Well, I've got a lot of worst times. Man, I've got a lot of worst times. I mean, I've had people cut their foot and bleed all over the dance floor. Had to stop the gig. I've had people fall out during the ceremony. I've never had a fight. I've had people do drugs at a reception. I mean, not like smoking drugs, Man, I've had I've had people not dance. I think that was in the early stages, though. Once I kind of figured out the formula of people, I don't have too many of the non-dancing ones. I think that's a part of elevating your clientele, because when I was doing gigs for like $500-$600, I noticed that was a common theme, that people wouldn't dance. So you may have to update your clientele if you're having bad experience with people not dancing, because for some reason the people that's got the money, well, I mean, that makes sense. The people who's got the money seem to be a little happier. That's just that. Luckiest time I saved an event. I don't know. Well, I think the one that comes to mind right now, I had a recent client reach out to me, and I guess he was kind of shopping, and he kind of left me in the wind after I gave him some information. And then he came back and he said, you know what? I'm going to go with you with my booking and for my day, because you were the only person that responded to me within 30 minutes. You also gave me a breakdown and told me exactly what I need to do. Plus, all the information you send me is real easy to digest and get back. So I'm going to go with you, and I'm going to get your largest package because I want a production. And so that's a wedding next year. That's one of those ones that I didn't see coming. Luckiest at an event. I mean, I've saved a couple of events that were going down the drain because brides were anal about staying to a list. And as soon as I diverted from that list, it saved the event. So I've kind of done it both in those aspects, before and after. Kevin Sounds, I'm currently using my phone to edit videos, but what do you use? Final Cut Pro? I absolutely do. Final Cut Pro on my MacBook Pro to edit. I wouldn't suggest using the same computer that you edit with to do videos, but Final Cut Pro has been an absolute champ for me. One-time investment, can be written off. So I would do it. That's what my choice was. I use them with the uplights and two Eliminator Mega Wash 4X. Results are crazy. Okay. Might have to look into the Wolf Mix. You won't be disappointed. Great videos out there. It's so tedious for me to try to make a video. I've made 3 parts of what I thought was going to be a 6-part, but now I see that it's got to be an 8-part. I mean, there's so many things to do. There's so many things to do on the Wolf Mix. You got to go through each one. Waiting for me 6 hours long. Hey Wayne, put that in the voting on the poll that's in the chat, bro. Appreciate you. That's crazy though, 6 hours. I think that's what I got this past weekend, but like I said, 4.5, 5 hours tomorrow. Yeah. Barely scratching the surface is right. No on the gig bar. Great job, Spring Griffey. Gig bar instead of Soldier Boy. It's the gig bar with 2 extra movements. You're not presenting the case. I think you are, bro. You're not presenting that case. Oh, it's crazy. Nick Hughes, what's up, man? DJ Fat Mac in the building. What's good? What's good? Yeah, the replay will be out probably shortly after, man. Oh, I will tell you guys. You know how we've been talking on here about me finding a time and a space to do Twitch. I have found it. I know that this is going to work. This is the only time that right now I do not have stuff to do. Wednesdays, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock traffic mix. That's what I'm going to call it. The 5 o'clock traffic mix. We're going to try to come up with some other names, but right now it's like the 5 o'clock traffic mix. That way, if you guys are leaving work, you could tune into Twitch. You could put me Bluetooth in through your radio, and I can be your soundtrack going home, just like the radio station. I think that'll be great. Wednesdays at 5, at least for now. I think that's a good spot. That's even before I do this show. So if you do not follow me on Twitch, please follow me on Twitch at DJ JayBook, because I think that's a great time to do that. I think that's absolutely an awesome time to do that. And I could probably get great viewership from that. I think you guys would appreciate a ride home, because I don't know what you listen to now. That's gonna be the poll the next time I come in. What do you listen to for your music? And I'm gonna put up choices. Don't say the answer right now in the chat. Just wait until I put up the poll. But Fat Mac, I appreciate you. Oh, Wayne DJ Island Boy, appreciate the $4.99. Don't know, appreciate that. Man, that's awesome, man. You didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that. Let's see. I thought I saw some more asks. Here we go. DJ I Am Chase, what do you do when they don't want to dance? You keep mixing. Keep mixing. Most people don't want to dance at a wedding because the bride and groom are not there. Most people are shy until you get that first couple. Basically, you just need one couple. One couple. If you can get one couple up, cater to that one couple, and I am about 90% sure that will bring another couple on. You just got to get that one couple, but you just got to keep mixing. Put your head down and keep mixing. But give a variety of songs until somebody gets up. Try not to use slides and slow songs. Though I've tried that in the past. People who don't want to dance typically don't want to dance to a slow song. Slides are just an up and down song. Yeah, you may get a packed floor, but as soon as you come off that, and I think a lot of my clientele like what I do because they already see some form of dancing where somewhere I have it, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Instagram, whether it be a vendor who has recommended me. I can't tell you guys how often, like this girl that I just got finished with, this was through the grapevine. Her photographer recommended me, and then her coordinator recommended me from 2 different events, and she ended up being at an event that I did, and she was like, well, I mean, it's in the universe now. I'm supposed to have this guy as my DJ. So I can just tell you and stuff right now, mix through it, get that one couple, and then build off of it. Daniel Rodriguez, how do you go about the venues that have the crazy rules like no drinks on the dance floor, for example? All I can do is make the announcement, because that's not going to be charged to us. I'll make the announcements. Hey, the venue says no drinks on the dance floor. If you can make sure that if you're going to dance and have a good time, put your drinks on the cocktail table. Thank you. Move right on. That's all you can do. Venues that's got crazy rules, that should be told to the coordinator. And if I have to make an announcement, I'm not gonna make 3 and 4 announcements. Like that's too much. 2 at most. 2 is too much in my eyes. I should only have to say it once. One time. Slowing the music, pulling the volume on the music down, say what you got to say, put it back up. You've done your job. If something else happens after that, that's on the client. It's on the client. I had a brawl break out at a wedding reception with the groom and his ex-girlfriend. Well, you already know who should not have been there. I did have to stop an event because the groom's child's mother was there and was threatening to come in, and I guess her and the current wife have beef. So we had to shut, stuff down because cops and stuff were called, but didn't show up, which was interesting. DJ GMZ, do you manually have to tap in the BPM on the Wolf Mix, or does it auto detect through the internal mic or something? It auto detects, but you can do both. You can manually press the BPM button, or it also has a microphone on it that hears it and detects it and lets you know. But you can cycle through the BPMs. So yes, you do have 2 options. Can we get an editing episode? Man, that would be a long episode. I can't do that in an hour. That's a lot. And plus, that's just my style. You guys got to have your own style with that. But it's very tedious. You got to think I'm taking 4 hours. No. 2 hours of dancing and like 1.5 hours of setup. And I'm condensing all of that into 15 or 20 minutes. So I have to watch all of this footage. That would be forever, man. That would be forever. Fresh Family DJs, Record Box or Serato? Serato. I don't know about Record Box. I've never used it before. But I can tell you one thing. Serato has been an absolute champ for me. And I love it. I don't have any plans of leaving it. I'm good. Here's the super chat from Wayne Island DJ boy. Appreciate you. Rush hour traffic jam. All right, Stevie Ray. That's an option, but I don't want to use the same thing. I want it to be catchy. I want it to be like something that plays off my name, maybe. Like Book Jam with Book and Traffic. Traffic Jam with Book. Traffic Jam with Book with Jay. And I don't know, just a play off of that, something like that. Let's see. Kevin Sounds, like me, do you automatically get pissed off when you see there are a lot of kids there? Yes. I'll go ahead and stop right there and keep reading afterwards. Yes. When I see kids there, I know it's going to be an early night, and I know the parents are not going to be able to get drunk. 2 weddings ago, that happened, and I'm just like, I just don't know why you would have kids at your wedding. Brides are starting to catch on, though, and they're like telling people they invite, in a nice way, no kids allowed, which is great because nobody needs to see all the adults drunk and losing their mind. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I hate it. Funny thing is, people have the nerve to bring their kids and never watch. That's another thing. You bring a kid and he's all up at my DJ booth looking at my lights and pushing on my facade and all that other stuff, like looking directly into the lights. Like, what are you doing? Please come get your child. I am not your sitter for the night. That is not how that works. How about Wednesday drive at 5? We're getting there. I'm gonna let you guys submit it. If you've reached the video this far on the replay, put down in the comments what I should name the Wednesday 5 o'clock mix on Twitch for when you are driving home. Could say the midday wind down, something like that. I don't know. Fresh Family DJs just follow me. Oh, okay. Look, he's over on Twitch. That's what's up. That way you'll get a notification. Make sure you turn on the notification. You'll see when I go live next, which should be next week. I have a venue tell me to keep my music inside under 83 decibels. I've had that before too, and you must comply with that because they probably get a noise ordinance and you will get charged for that. Anything that will be charged to me, I will comply with. But anything that's charged to the client, that's up to them. But yeah, I've had those before. I think I only got one venue that's like that here. Did you see the new Pioneer controller? No, I didn't. I missed the video and stuff on it. I need to take a look at it so I can see what it is, because that's going to be a topic on here next time. I was supposed to have it on here, but I forgot to look it up. So I know I haven't seen it. I would love to give you my thoughts on it, but I need to see it first. So I'm going to hopefully look at it here sometime very soon, but I'm focused on tomorrow and Sunday right now. Rush hour with JayBook. We're going to keep going. The bookend traffic jam. That's different. Ride home with JayBook. That's another one. You guys are giving some good stuff. And you know, it doesn't necessarily have to tie into my name. I would like it to, because that would keep it, you know, kind of catchy. But you know, I just want a good name for the drive home or the wind down or closing time or something about work, you know, done with work, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, let me go ahead and put the results of that. I'm gonna end the poll. Looks like 3 to 5 hours did win. Man, look at all this. Look at the next closest was 5 to 7. That's nuts. That's nuts. Total 7 to. Oh, wow. That's crazy. All right, guys. Well, I stayed overtime just to go ahead and make sure that I answered all the questions on here. You guys make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you haven't already done so. If you're enjoying the content, make sure that if you have not done so, make sure you follow me over on Twitch so you can catch all of the great mixes that I will be putting out. You'll get those first before Mixcloud and before YouTube, which is great. If you want to keep up with all things JayBook this coming up weekend, make sure you follow me on Instagram, because I will be posting like crazy on my stories. Posting like crazy. We are so busy this weekend and the whole month of October. So get ready. Content is coming. Also, I've got my mixes on Mixcloud under JayBook as well. I've put out a workout mix and I've put out that R&B mix. 2 great mixes, a lot of great music on there. Use them for whatever. You can use them for any event you have at the house, whatever you've got going on. I have a great playlist for you to listen to on there. So definitely check out music and play and mixes that I have put on those playlists on Mixcloud. All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and call it a night. Probably go watch some football, maybe have me a little bourbon and a cigar. Who knows? Bourbon season is here. Confetti to the face. We will be back again, maybe in 2 weeks, but don't forget, next week I may not be here because I have prior engagement, but I should be on Twitch next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Thank you all for being here. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Crush your events. And we will see you guys again next time. Make sure you live in to strive and not to survive. Peace, my people. Thank you so much for all that you do.